Hey YouTube, IDTV here. I'm your host Lance Dufault, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 stock and crypto picks for 2018. Starting off, I just want to give a shout out to this website that I'm using. It's not sponsored, by the way, TradeView. It's a really good spot to look at stocks and stuff. Just look them up and see what's going on. To start off, I want to show you guys NVIDIA. Really cool company. Their main focus is in artificial intelligence and GPUs, like graphics generation of video games for like computers and stuff like that. And it's a really big market too because you can do a lot of crypto mining with their equipment, and it's helped them out. Obviously, that's not the only reason they're doing good, but as you can see in the chart here, they're doing quite well. And this just a summary of what the people analyzing the stock are saying, and as you can see, it's quite heavily in favor of a buy right now because there's been a little correction. That's probably right. See, as you can see on the website, you can see people's analysis and stuff like that. You can see all the good stats that you want to look at. I'm gonna leave that to you guys, but I really want to point out some cool companies that I've found. Next I want to talk about is Shopify, which is a rapidly growing e-commerce business, which it allows small and medium businesses to host their products for sale on their website, and they take a cut, obviously, for profit. And I just wanted to point out really quick, you can see news headlines for on the side here, which is always good to watch because you want to watch out the news. You always want to pay attention to the news. Just a little tip here of your company. Up next, I want to talk about Tencent Holdings, which is a video game development company, basically, that has developed some of the biggest games that are out there right now. They actually might be the biggest. I'm not sure. I haven't looked it up. But one of them is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG, and the other one is Fortnite. So if you know anything about that stuff, like Drake is playing Fortnite, and lots of famous people play PUBG, I'm sure. I'm just saying, it's really big, as you can see by their market cap of 489 billion. It's a big market cap. And if you look at the technical, everyone's everyone's saying you should buy this. So not that you should just buy it because people say that, but in my opinion, this is a very strong buy. Next up, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin, which is a cryptocurrency. It was the first cryptocurrency, and so that's a big advantage because everybody knows the name Bitcoin. So this is the strongest brand that you're going to find on as far as cryptocurrency. So it's probably, again, I'm just gonna say probably, it's probably one of the safest bets you can make if you're gonna invest in cryptocurrency. As you can see, the analytics say just it's pretty on the fence. The news has been not too bad lately. Emerging markets are a big opportunity, and in Canada, where I live, marijuana is becoming legalized. Okay, so here's a company, Aurora Cannabis, who is heavily invested in the Canadian market as well as many other markets throughout the world. Okay, again, I'm going to leave that up to you if you want to look into it. Okay, and the technical summary is stronger to the sell, which is right. It might drop a little bit, but it's been holding around 8. I don't see it going much lower than 7 before it bounces and goes into a bull run. Which I'll mention, a bull run is just when the graph goes up, and a bear run, or a bear movement, whatever you want to call it, is a movement down on the graph. It's just it's trader terminology. Next up, I will admit, is my personal favorite out of all of these, is Tesla. Okay? As you can see, the technical analysis is almost always bad because from a numbers point of view, and I'm not going to go into it, but from a numbers point of view, Tesla is a very hard thing to buy, okay? But for the people that can see past and can see emerging markets, this is honestly, in my opinion, one of the biggest opportunities in my list, because Tesla, again, I will mention some stats here because this is my favorite. Tesla has been making recently around just under, to be precise, 2,800 Model 3 cars every week, which their target for about 3 weeks ago was 2,500, which goes to show they're very, very close to on target. They just missed their target 3 weeks ago by 2,000. They only were producing 2,000 a week. Their target was 2,500. Their target for the end of this quarter, second quarter, is 5,000, which I believe is very achievable, and they might even go past it, I think, which I wouldn't count on, by the way, but I think it is possible. And they have a backlog of over 400,000 Model 3 vehicles already ordered, already sold, well, essentially sold. They have even deposits of $1,000 each for these cars. So there's 400,000 people waiting in line. Some people will be waiting for the next 2 years just to get their car. Just so you guys get an idea of the kind of craze that's around Tesla. Not to mention, it's an electric vehicle. It's all electric vehicles. They develop AI for driving and other uses. They also are heavily invested in solar development, battery development. Like I said, guys, this is my favorite. They're not, I will mention though, they have not yet to make a profit, but I think that will change this year in Q4, quarter 4. One thing I want to mention quick is when I said that Tesla has never made a profit, what I meant by that is that Tesla has never made more profit than what they have spent, because they are constantly trying to grow the company into a mass market car company and other things, as I've mentioned. Okay, so moving on, this is Litecoin that I want to show you guys, which is, like Bitcoin, is a cryptocurrency. It's used for money as an exchange of value. Okay, and as you can see, the technical analysis is on the fence here. This coin has some of the cheapest, it might be the cheapest, again, I didn't look it up exactly, but it has some of the cheapest fees for transferring funds. For like, if you purchase on an exchange, it's very cheap because I believe it has to do with low cost mining. So it doesn't, when they're creating new Litecoins, introducing them into the circulation, it doesn't cost a lot of electricity for the miners, what they call them, to do that. Okay, so this is one of the main reasons why I think this has huge potential, is because it has such cheap service fees. It's just like, why would you pay more when you could pay less? Ethereum is the next cryptocurrency I want to talk about. And basically, what you need to know about Ethereum is it is a platform that allows, well, you can also exchange for value if you want. Like, if you own 1 Ethereum, you can sell it for whatever the market price is, obviously. But it allows a platform for ICOs, which stands for Initial Crypto Offerings. Okay? And so if you want to make your kickstart, if you want what they call kickstart your own cryptocurrency, you would use the Ethereum platform. There's a couple other platforms out there too that offer this kind of service, by the way, but Ethereum's by far the best. And so basically, if you want to make it really simple to understand, this is obviously not exactly how it works, but you could take your own coin and decide how many in circulation and how many are released, and you can put your own brand on it using the Ethereum platform. But that doesn't mean its value will be equal to an Ethereum. Okay, it allows other people to make their own cryptocurrencies. Okay, so and that's one thing I want to mention quickly is you have to be careful in the crypto market because it's very unregulated and some things are made purely just to steal your money. But don't worry, Ethereum's not one of them. Here is another pot stock called Namaste Technologies. They don't just sell pot, but recently they just got a license to grow in British Columbia, I believe, Canada. So that's some pretty good news, I think. Lately, there's been a pretty big correction in pot stocks because they were a little overvalued, to say the least, for a while. So anything can go too high, guys. And if you buy at the wrong times, if you buy at the top, you might have to hold on for quite some time if you don't pick the right spots to buy in. Okay, but it's down a bunch. It was up above $3 at one point, for example. That doesn't mean it can't crash more though, guys, but I think it's nearing the bottom of how far it's gonna go. As far as I think most pot stocks, they move generally together. Obviously, some outperform. Just another quick mention. This is Google Finance, and it's a very good tool also for looking up stocks and other things. This was not listed on the other website, so I'm using this to demonstrate. Last but not least, I want to show you guys an ICO. Okay, initial crypto offering. So this was released about just at the beginning of the year, actually. So this is very new. This is a really cool idea. Basically, the idea behind this is that to increase bandwidth of streaming websites, to increase the quality, and so there's no lag on their servers and stuff. And they're gonna use. I don't want to go super detailed here because I'm gonna let you guys look into this. But they're gonna use the Theta token, so financing basically, to help boost these servers because it costs money to have bigger servers. And I'm not gonna go into how they want to do that. But I think it's a really great idea. They already have a platform that they're streaming off, and it's really cool. Like they're teamed up with Sliver TV, I believe, which is a streaming service, kind of like Twitch, if you know what Twitch is. Yeah, and I think this is a really cool idea. Quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. All investments come with risk. Do your own research. All investments are at one's own discretion. Well, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 10 stock and crypto picks for 2018. Hit that like button and subscribe for more good content.